Based on the current market conditions and the potential for future growth, it may be prudent to consider acquiring Bitcoin at this time. The rationale behind this analysis is as follows. I find myself inclined towards a greater sense of comfort in allocating a larger portion of my investment portfolio towards Bitcoin in the present moment, as compared to my sentiment 6 months prior. We are currently in the process of launching an exchange-traded fund, ETF. Bitcoin is currently experiencing a bullish market trend, presenting an opportune moment to establish and reinforce your investment position. If you intend to capitalize on purchasing at a low point within this market cycle and subsequently selling near its peak, now would be an ideal time to solidify your position. This recommendation is solely based on my professional opinion. Prominent individual with substantial investments in the cryptocurrency market, boasting a net worth in the billions. In his insightful analysis, Mike Novogratz elucidates the rationale behind governments' affinity for spending money. He astutely points out that while governments may indulge in spending in the short term, it is imperative to acknowledge that the burden of such expenditures ultimately falls upon the shoulders of the populace. This astute observation underscores the significance of alternative assets such as Bitcoin, gold, and silver, which serve as potential hedges against the potential consequences of excessive government spending. I have consolidated both silver and gold trades into a single investment category. Bitcoin has exhibited a favorable adoption cycle, which has been a significant driver of its performance this year. The retail sector has played a crucial role in fueling Bitcoin's growth as they persistently engage in purchasing activities. Furthermore, the impending introduction of an exchange-traded fund, ETF, is expected to further enhance the market dynamics. As a financial analyst, I find myself increasingly inclined towards favoring Bitcoin as an investment option compared to 6 months ago. The apprehension I once felt has now transformed into a sense of optimism as the future prospects of this digital currency become more apparent. It is almost amusing when I hear Kelly Evans express her desire for a 2-year investment at a 5% rate, as I am tempted to suggest allocating those funds towards Bitcoin instead. Although my remark may be light-hearted, it reflects my growing confidence in Bitcoin's potential. Similarly, I hold a similar sentiment towards traditional investment firms such as BlackRock and Charles Schwab. In light of this, I have formulated a plan that aligns with these observations. As a financial analyst, I do not disclose personal information. However, I am here to assist you with any financial inquiries or analysis you may need. Based on my analysis, it appears that Bitcoin is currently experiencing a bullish market trend. From a technical standpoint, it seems that the price has reached its lowest point and there is a strong possibility of continued volatility in the market. It is crucial to take advantage of this period of price consolidation to establish a strategic position within the market cycle. By doing so, you can position yourself effectively for potential gains as the market confirms its bullish trajectory and reaches new all-time highs. Based on our analysis, it is projected that in the upcoming fiscal year, we anticipate a potential cycle top in the year 2025. It is anticipated that a considerable number of individuals may potentially commit an error by delaying the sale of their Bitcoin holdings, presuming it to have reached its peak value. Based on the current market trends, it is anticipated that the value of Bitcoin may potentially reach $250,000. In such a scenario, investors might contemplate the possibility of selling their Bitcoin holdings. However, it is important to note that if Bitcoin were to surge even further, reaching $300,000, the decision to sell could prove to be lucrative. Nevertheless, it is crucial to acknowledge that such a move also carries a significant level of risk. Highly encourage you to subscribe to our channel, as we provide comprehensive coverage that surpasses the scope of mainstream media. Our content aims to keep you well informed about the entire market landscape. The government's stance on cryptocurrencies can be perceived as an attempt to regulate and mitigate potential risks associated with this emerging asset class. To generate profits in the cryptocurrency market, I recommend subscribing to our platform and diligently consuming our daily video content. It is intriguing to observe the substantial investments made by prominent industry participants in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. However, it is noteworthy that certain influential figures remain skeptical of this emerging asset class. Consequently, a pertinent query arises: does Gary Gensler, along with his esteemed background, continue to pose a potential risk to the cryptocurrency industry? It appears that there is ongoing tension between political elites and the existence of Bitcoin. On one side, prominent figures are advocating for the establishment of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. On the other side, we have Gary Gensler, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, who may be perceived as either anti-cryptocurrency or opposed to unregulated exchanges. The crucial distinction lies in whether Gensler aims to remove Bitcoin as a financial asset altogether or simply wishes to regulate its trading practices. It is worth noting that the recent Ripple lawsuit has potentially provided us with valuable insights into this matter. Gary has been asserting that the guidelines are unambiguous. However, it is important to note that the judge's ruling essentially contradicted the Securities and Exchange Commission's position, indicating that the rules are indeed not clear. Congressman Richie Torres, representing the Bronx, recently issued a well-crafted letter to the Securities and Exchange Commission, urging them to engage in productive discussions with the aim of formulating legislation that would benefit both the White House and the Democratic and Republican parties. The congressman emphasizes the need for swift action to facilitate progress and enable individuals to resume their daily activities. It is worth noting that Congressman Torres does not believe that SEC Chairman Gary Gensler harbors any inherent animosity towards Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Rather, he perceives the industry as being plagued by a significant number of fraudulent activities. I believe that Elizabeth Warren and the progressive side, for reasons that elude me, have expressed a negative stance towards cryptocurrencies. It is understandable that any central bank governor would feel apprehensive about such a phenomenon. Larry, for instance, mentioned on television that cryptocurrencies could potentially become the first global currency. However, Janet Yellen, as the duty of her position entails, is committed to safeguarding the status of the US dollar as the global currency. This creates a certain level of tension. In my perspective, Bitcoin can be viewed as a digital asset that serves as a store of value, which somewhat alleviates the concerns and anxieties of central bankers. When the topic of currency arises, it tends to make them uneasy. Nevertheless, this tension between cryptocurrencies and central banks persists. So, what is the underlying message that you need to comprehend? It is imperative for all cryptocurrency investors to grasp the following concept. Bitcoin, despite facing numerous challenges, has proven its resilience and is here to stay. Despite concerted efforts to undermine its value, Bitcoin has surged by an impressive 80% this year. Furthermore, the ongoing rise in interest rates has not hindered its adoption cycle, indicating sustained growth in the market. Prominent concepts possess an inherent resilience that renders their eradication exceedingly arduous, and the notion at hand is undeniably of substantial magnitude. Elon Musk's strategic vision entails the seamless integration of cryptocurrency into the framework of X. The individual exhibits a strong inclination towards Bitcoin and displays a favorable disposition towards the broader cryptocurrency market. Tesla's ownership structure includes various stakeholders, such as institutional investors, individual shareholders, and company executives. These stakeholders hold equity in the company. Recently, Elon Musk, a prominent figure in the business world, made a noteworthy rebranding announcement on Twitter, indicating that cryptocurrencies, such as X, are poised to play a substantial role in the future. If implemented correctly, X has the potential to cater to individuals' financial needs to such an extent that it could potentially become a significant component of the global financial system. While the exact figures are not known, the scale of this impact is expected to be substantial, potentially rivaling traditional financial institutions. However, it is important to note that this new financial landscape would differ from traditional banks, as it would primarily function as an efficient and secure database for monetary transactions, minimizing fraudulent activities and ensuring real-time processing. Furthermore, this seamless integration of financial transactions would extend beyond traditional banking activities, encompassing various monetary interactions. It is worth considering the potential influx of approximately 8 billion individuals into the crypto space over the next decade, as this could significantly shape the future of the industry. Bitcoin has recently achieved a significant milestone, with 800,000 blocks mined since its inception approximately 13 to 14 years ago. This achievement is noteworthy as it brings us closer to the upcoming Bitcoin halving event, where the supply of new Bitcoins entering the market will be reduced by half. This event is expected to have a significant impact on the price of Bitcoin. When we consider the broader cryptocurrency market, we observe a continuous influx of capital into high-quality projects within the crypto space. This ongoing development and growth contribute to the overall improvement and expansion of the industry. The cryptocurrency market now offers substantial value and opportunities that were not present 5 to 6 years ago. In summary, it is anticipated that the blockchain technology underlying cryptocurrencies will witness a substantial increase in adoption, with an estimated 8 billion people utilizing blockchain technology within the next decade. According to Jesse Pollock, the lead of Coinbase Protocols, the adoption of cryptocurrencies is expected to accelerate significantly in the coming decade. Pollock predicts that a large majority of the global population will transition to blockchain technology during this period. He emphasizes the immense growth potential in this space, projecting that approximately 8 billion individuals will be utilizing blockchain technology within the next 10 years. The evolution of this industry over the next 5 to 10 years is anticipated to be captivating, and we are committed to providing you with regular updates to keep you well informed. Therefore, we encourage you to subscribe to our services to stay abreast of the latest developments. One of the most crucial actions to take at present is to actively engage and not disengage from the financial landscape. It is imperative to seize the numerous prospects that arise in